way into the evening. And
Mm-hmm.
I was just lazy. I didn't want to do anything.
Okay.
So, so before we go any further, I'm going to do the word of today, and then Sharon will get right into it. So it says, do not be discouraged by how far you have to go. Be encouraged by how far you have come. Progress is often measured in small steps, not giant leaps. Take a moment today to recognize your growth, your resilience, and the obstacle you have already overcome. Here and okay, and there's another verse. Sorry, it says, "Let us not grow weary of doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." May your day be filled with hope, strength, and renewed purpose. That's it for today.
Okay. Well said there, Sham. I love that verse, that quote of the day there. All right, so let's welcome in Charmaine. We have Suzette in the house. We have Marian, welcome in. Welcome in Tina. Welcome in Era. How are you? Welcome in Goddess. How are you guys doing today?
Trinley, no, Trinley, I've not disowned him yet as my nephew. But you have people
Hi,
who are bad
Shringley.
sheep. You have people who are bad sheep in your family. You're not going to disown them, but you'll just keep them at arm's length. And that's what I'm doing right now with Anthony. He's still my nephew, but I'm just keeping him at arm's length. When I need to bring him in back to give him a hug, then I will be okay to do that. But for right now, he's no. Stay out there. Out there. You don't come tarnish the family name. No. No.
Hi, Gigi. Oh,
Oh
Lord. Hi,
my
Sabrina. Welcome in. Welcome in.
God.
Okay. And so I'll just greet each body when they come in after. All right, guys. So it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Isn't it nice?
It
Oh,
is.
yes, it's a wonderful day in Skitland. All I can tell you. A lot of goodies going on
Skitting.
Skitland today.
SkitLanta been skitting all day.
Yes, all and what you know what, guys? And one thing I can say, guys, is that Gigi, I would love your info. Please send me your email, Gigi, if that's okay with you. Yes, I went on your page to see if I can whatever, but you don't. I thought you said you have a channel, but oh, I don't know, but me that just now must say that in the live. Mhm. Yes, Gigi, it's been a wonderful day, Susan, and everyone. Wonderful day in Scotland. The skit was skitting for me. I don't know about anybody, but we got a lot of nuggets, Charmaine and I. We are feeling wonderful about whatever they're doing. Oh, wrong email. Oh, what my name again? Oh, yes. Okay. Ideon, welcome in. Welcome in. So there's my email address. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So now we've been having such a wonderful day. I slept all day. After I did my live, guy, I won't tell a word a lie. I went right to bed. Yes, I just went to sleep. I wasn't feeling so hot, you know what I mean? So I slept, get up, and I said, all right. So now we have something. Oh, Charmin, it disappeared. It
I'm
disappeared.
here.
The thing that I had ready for us, it looks like me accidentally
What
removed it.
that? The video?
Yeah, yeah, the video disappeared. So now,
I'm going to take up for my nephew for a little bit right now. For all the
And
people who
Margaret.
keep saying that Anthony's all about the money,
Mm-hmm.
we need to take a look into what he just said.
Mm-hmm.
He said when Amber slapped him, he could call the police because she has a record.
Mm-hmm.
And he could have her locked up and it would work in his
His
favor
favor.
regarding the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Ben said to him already, and you'd keep his money. Or you'd
Exactly.
keep most of his money. Because
Mm-hmm.
he could do that. He know he could do that. So why didn't he? Why didn't he not get her locked up if it was all about money? Because you just throw in the pen and then you tell his lawyer, listen, let's go right ahead because it was in his favor at that time. He didn't do that. So can somebody put it in the chat why he did not? If it was all about his money, wouldn't he get have her locked up and get it over and done with? If it was all about his money. Well, we're okay, Gigi, I understand. And yes, he did say that the case, it was not a case. It did not say the case was thrown out because, listen, he said the case was dismissed. The charges were dropped. So, therefore, there was no case. It did not go through to the court. There was just an arrest, and there would be an arrest. There would be an arrest record to show that she was arrested. That would not go away. The arrest record would not go away. It's just that there was no judgment in the case. So even if you go look, you will see that she was arrested. You might not because there was no judgment. The case did not go through. There was no judgment because the person dropped the charges. So that's all there was. Charges were dropped. There was no judgment that there was a trial and the case was dismissed. That was not how it went. Person dismissed it, dropped charges. The case was not dismissed. The person dropped the charges. So but there is an arrest warrant. There was an arrest record. So that's all he's saying. There's an arrest record. There was no judgment. So she was not charged with anything that she went to the court and they said you have to spend 30 days behind bars or we didn't find you guilty. There was no final verdict in terms of a guilty verdict or a not guilty verdict. So I'm just going to read one comment from Christopher. It says, at the same time, Anthony don't want no one to see him as a bad husband because Amber gonna tell why she really slapped him. Anthony worry more about his image than Amber being locked up. Yes, but and I understand that. Everything for Anthony is image and ego. But
Mm-hmm.
if it was only, and what I'm asking, if it was only about the money, if it was only about his money, him keeping his money, do you think it would matter about his image or his ego? If it was only about his money? So it's not only about his money because his image, I think it's his image and his ego comes before his money. So his money is third in line. Or else you'd have Amber locked up. It would not be anything. You wouldn't care about what anybody want to say if it was all about his money. That's all I'm saying.
Mm. That's all right. Let me see if I'm mute. Okay, I'm not muted. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Charmaine. I was going to say, correct. She does not have a record. Shayla dropped the charges. Yeah. So yes, but I guess so. If the charges is dropped, they would still have it on file that she was arrested
She
before.
was
But at the
she
end
made
of
a
the day,
yes
guys,
because she was arrested. So that does not unless
they
they
have
were
her fingerprint in the
yeah,
system.
as long as they did not expunge your record. If they expunge your
Yeah.
record, then there will be nothing when they go to look. Or they seal
Okay.
it or it was sealed. But as long as
Yeah.
that was not done, she still have an arrest charge. She was
Yeah.
arrested. So you will still see that. they will also see that the charges were dropped, not dismissed. They were dropped
Mm-hmm.
because the person dropped the charges, so they did not go to any trial or anything.
Yeah.
They were, yeah, the person dropped the charges before a trial or a date was set or anything. So, yeah, but you'd still see that she has been arrested.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're absolutely right there, Sean. So guys, we have to be fair, and on this channel we call spade a spade. So we have to give him a little grace there. At least he says he does not want Amber to get in any trouble. After all, she's his wife. Right? So no matter what, how you feel about him being a horrible husband, he still speak facts right there that she is still my wife. So let's get some more comments in here. Let me see. We just go back, Sharon, to see if we miss anything important at the top there. So let me just come back down. So I see error of Marian says, I enjoy the Wayne and Lauren cooking skit. All right. Yes, that was really nice. I watched the one, it has the song, it was really nice. But my father asleep. Charmaine, I'm still standing by my boy Anthony. He is going to change at least. He stood for Amber against Ben today. Yes, he did. He stood up for Amber against Ben today. I'm glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Sabrina. Not 100, but I'm feeling the legs are okay, much, much better. I can't stand Lauren, but that good with her making Wayne breakfast was okay, Gigi says. And so everybody's saying hello to everybody. So we come back down here, welcoming Dion. And then Marian says, he said Amber has a record, but when he threatened Shayla for custody, he said it was dismissed. That's what Marian is saying. And Gigi says, Anthony, is your word against your wife. And still thinks of Amber as his wife and wants to protect her. Exactly, Margaret. Thank you very much for that, Margaret. And Gigi says, Marian, either Anthony is lying or the writer have forgotten what they had written over 2 years ago. And is the writer lying?
It's not. It is not a lying, but the charges were dismissed. So if they could
Mm-hmm.
not use what? Okay, so this is the thing. The charges were dropped,
Mm-hmm.
so they could not. If he had gone to for custody, if he had gone for custody, Shayla could not use that to say why Amber would do whatever, because Amber did not commit another offense. This was not where she actually committed another offense. So yes, the charges were dropped,
Mm-hmm.
or if you want to say dismissed. But Amber did not, in that instance, Amber did not commit another offense. The slap that he slapped Anthony was another offense
Yes.
that she committed. Remember, she had one charge that was dropped or dismissed, but the arrest is still on record. So if she committed a similar offense, maybe that would bring it all back. If he
Yeah.
filed charges, because they would
As
say,
a
oh,
pattern.
this is a violent person, it's a pattern where she's
Yeah.
always abusing people. So that's all Anthony was pointing out. If they had gone to court, it was not going to be going to court saying it was a situation with Kai, and they cannot prove that Amber would be dangerous to Kai because the person, Kai's mom, had dropped the charges. This is a
Yeah.
whole different person that was filing for abuse charges now. Her husband would be filing for abuse charge, which would be totally different.
Yeah.
So regardless if it was dropped, as long as he filed and they can see that yes, she was arrested for the same abuse and this is domestic, they would be charging her with domestic DV. That's what they'll be charging
Yeah.
her with, the strip DV,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
that's what you'll be filing, DV.
I Eklund, yes. You're absolutely right, Sean. All right, so we come down here, and then Tringley says, Anthony is my cousin. Big up, Alani says to us. And Tina says, hey, Chris. All right, so we just come down here to Gigi. Gigi says, the writers are full of ish. Anthony says that the charges were dropped in that case, were thrown out. Amber does not have a record. Now he's backtracking. All
The
right.
arrest record, it's not a verdict. There was no verdict, like a guilty verdict, but the arrest
Yeah,
record
there was
is still
nothing
going
to
to
be
be
dropped.
there.
She just after just yeah, she dropped the
Yeah, the
charges,
arrest
but
record will always be there. Once you get
yeah,
arrested, it doesn't matter. That record, that arrest
yeah,
record
it's
is
still
going to
there.
be there. Dropping the charges does not mean that the arrest record goes away. It's still going to be there. It's just that there's no case going forward to go to court.
Yeah. Tringley here is saying now says nay, if he still feel the need to protect her because of love or a fondness for. He loves her, no matter what Tringley, he loves his wife. Yes, the charges were dropped in the case, were thrown out, Gigi says. Shayla and Angelina was trying to say Amber had a record. Anthony says there is no proof. All right, thank you, G. And Tina says, I did research on your super empath and a narcissist. I was like, no, what's a two difference combination? Okay, thank you, Tina. And Carla says, Anthony still don't get a pass from me for not having her locked up. She could have had him locked up for grabbing her and holding and taking her keys and holding her hostage, Carla. Charmian, answer
Yeah.
that there for me.
Okay, so a slap would count more towards a DV than somebody just grabbing your arm.
Thank you, Charmian. Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, a lot of people, and if this is a pattern, again, slapping somebody and blacking somebody eye, it looks like it would become a pattern of
Mm-hmm.
abuse. But just you can say I just grab her arm to spin her around. And when you said she was held hostage. No, the house is big enough. She could leave if she wanted to leave, regardless if he took her key. He did not take her phone. So she could have called anybody.
Uber,
She could call a Uber. She could call anybody at
come
any
pick her
time
up.
and leave. So she was not really held hostage. He wanted
So,
her to stay home and he took away her keys. And yeah, but
yeah, because she come home in the trench coat and he say, hell to the door, I'm
exactly.
not naked. My wife go out again, go give you the pum pum. Oh my goodness, been around him. Been around him one bit, keep her home with him. I think you read that comment already. And
Trapstar,
then,
she was not held hostage. That's not how people is held hostage. When you held somebody
exactly,
hostage, they are not able to communicate with the outside
with
world.
nobody.
You give them the only thing you feed them. They are locked up in a room and you give them the food. No outside contact. When a person
Exactly.
is held hostage. Amber was on her phone talking to Ernestine.
Exactly. And
And
Ernestine could
she
have come
and
pick her
she
up.
said she's downstairs and she said he's upstairs sleeping and maybe he's sleeping on her keys. How is that hostage? He's sleeping upstairs. She's downstairs where she can go freely. What was going to stop her from going through the door if she wanted to go? So she
We
was
don't
at held
know.
hostage.
Thank you.
He
Yeah.
wanted her not to leave. And that was his way of taking her keys from her. But she could still leave if she wanted. So no, Trapstar, she was not held hostage.
Thank
Amber,
you, Charmaine.
Amber
Okay,
held
you guys
herself
need to cut
hostage.
out that narrative. She was not held hostage. She was not. All right. So we end up that discussion. Thank you, Antoinette, for the super chat. Can she get the record expunged? I don't know about these things, so we'll ask.
I don't know. It would depends on the lawyer and the district attorney. Because when you have those things happening, the district attorney will play a major role in that. So maybe you can do the research to see if how can you get record expunged.
Because reflect, you know what I mean? And they hear it's a domestic violence and all them something there, and things just you know what I mean. So they're educating us says it's not all men. will hit back, but some man will, by just reacting, it does happen. So you guys have to be careful what you're saying about Anthony and Amber, because it was not a DV situation, but he is in a divorce proceeding and she wants 50% of his asset. And by right, he could have her arrested. And he's right. And it was his right to have her arrested. Just like how you guys are saying, oh, he kidnapped her, he did this, oh, he
Hostage,
grabbed her, and
hostage.
whatever. He should have him arrested and all those things. So you hear what they're saying. He was in his right to have her arrested, and he did not.
Okay.
Why? Because she's still his wife, and he does not want to get her into no trouble at the end. And he says, so Amber should realize you took the financial high road. So if he did not love Amber and he was really into his money to save his asset, he would have had Amber arrested. And I'm going to stand by that. I know you guys are your opinion is also warranted, but this is my
Opinion.
opinion, and that is Charmaine's opinion, and that is your opinion. So no opinion is wrong, but you're just teaching the
I
audience this.
I need to read
Anthony
something
did have a
from
point. He could have had Amber arrested for this slap.
I
And it
need to
has
read
shown a
something.
pattern.
I need to read something from Christopher Beckford.
Mm-hmm.
But if he was not provoking her, he would not have react. She would not have reacted that way. And yes, and he said, remember, he said this: when
Mm-hmm.
a woman gets angry
Mm-hmm.
because he knows he was provoking her, and that's why she got angry. He
Mm-hmm.
went further to say, when she got angry, all rationale goes out the window.
Exactly.
So that is why she lashed out, because she's not
Mm-hmm.
thinking clearly. He did not say anything wrong, because
Exactly. I
when
did
he
not.
was provoking Amber, Amber got angry, and that's why Amber almost slapped the taste out of his mouth. What he
Mm-hmm.
did not tell Ben, though, that he had enjoyed it, because his whole reaction after he got that slap, he said, "Wow, you have
Yeah,
not
but
touched
touch
me for
me
so
so
long.
long.
That's nice," or whatever.
Yes.
He enjoyed it. He was smiling. So one, that slap alone would not get him to even. He was not even thinking about calling no police.
Exactly.
Maybe after the fact. Maybe after the fact he would. But at the in the time when that slap connected and it was heard around the world, no. He was thinking more of her just touching him, touching him. That's all he want. He want to enjoy that touch. But on a deeper note, and as Sharon said, it's our opinion, he did not want to get her arrested, because if it was all about the money, he would not care
He would have
about
her arrested.
being locked up or anything. He would not care. You just say, yes, I see a way where, because she could lose. She could lose. And Ben say that why would she want to throw? She would be throwing away all at that. And Anthony took the financial high road,
Yeah, he
because
did.
it was not about the money, and it's still not about the money.
About the money. Yeah.
Still not
So
about
we got
the
our
money.
answer there. It's not about the money. Let me go into here. Thank you guys for that poll. 65% says Anthony does love his wife. I think that's what. And then now, um, wonder what I was gonna I forget. Anyway, it will come back to me and then I'll poll it. Okay, so let me read some more comments here. So Carla says, have you noticed that now Ben is now blaming Anthony and Amber for his problem when it is with his marriage? Yes, we're gonna get to there. So all that thoughts, we're gonna get back to there. We noticed he did that, and a lot of you guys on my page is saying that on our community page that on our community chat that you think that he loves Ben is obsessed with Amber.
No, believe me, I think Ben is in love with Amber, because every time he's always talking about Amber. He's always inquiring about Amber. Amber this, Amber that, Amber, Amber, Amber. Oh God. Um, I don't know. It's like he's up. I don't know if it's a love thing. I think it's more of an obsession thing.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what a lot of the guys were
and
saying
this
on
is
the
my
chat
and
in
this
their
is
chat community, in
and
our
this
chat
is my
community.
opinion again. This is my opinion again.
Figures in chat.
He said Abigail. Remember, he said Abigail was the one who was motivating him to get up in the morning and want to go get
Yeah.
money. And I
Yeah.
think he sees something in Amber similar to what
Yes.
Abigail was about. I mean, they're
Mm-hmm.
two black, beautiful women, business minded, they're business oriented. So I
Yeah.
think every time he looks at Amber, what he's
Mm-hmm.
actually seeing, he's seeing a version of Abigail,
Yeah.
and it is safe. It is safe for him to talk about Amber than to
Yeah.
talk about Abigail. So I think that is why he always keep bringing up Amber's name, because he's obsessed with Amber, because he's seen something in Amber that he used to see in Abigail. He's not going to be calling Abigail name all the time, because I mean that would look creepy. That he's thinking about,
Mm.
obsessing about his ex-wife. So
Yeah.
that is why he keeps talking about Amber, 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 because
That
he's
man
looking
is
at,
obsessed with
yeah,
that woman.
he's looking at something in Amber that keeps reminding him of
Of
Abigail. And maybe he's
Abigail.
angry too. Maybe he does not want that reminder because
Yeah.
of what Abigail actually did to him. So
Yeah.
that's why he's angry. Maybe it's not an obsession. Maybe he's just bitter
Yeah.
because
Bitter.
Abigail took all his money, and that is
Yeah.
what he's thinking that Amber is doing right now with Anthony. And maybe he sees something in Amber that he sees in Abigail, and that is what caused him to be bitter. So every time he's always talking about Amber, Amber, Amber.
I think so too. Chat family, you guys are absolutely right. We think the same thing. We're on the same wavelength as you. Do you believe Ben is bitter
Of course, Ben is bitter.
because Amber remind him
But you know,
Abigail?
Ben is bitter.
Oh, okay. Can read the chat there for me.
Okay, so this is he don't have it on his ring. Yeah, from yesterday. He didn't have it on from yesterday. From he was out running with Ben. Remember, he went exercising with Ben yesterday. He didn't have it on because everybody checked. That was the first thing everybody was looking for. And he didn't have it on again today. I don't think he's going to put it back on. I think he put it somewhere. And I am thinking that it's going to be a repeat of what they did if and when they come back together, because there is a lot of AI now showing that there was in the past week, if you go on Facebook, there was a lot of AI showing Anthony and what's her name, Denisha, getting married and
I
their
Angela see.
whatever and everything. But now today I'm noticing their AI showing that they're talking about space and they want space from each other and it's not working out and she's walking away and all of that. So I don't know why they're not coming with this. I don't know if what Anthony did about his ring yesterday when he come back to Amber to get his ring, I don't know if that has something to do with it. But a lot of people keep saying that no, the Denisha and the Anthony thing is not going to work and they are dry, they don't have the chemistry, and I don't know, but we'll see what happened. We'll see what happened, and we know somebody's going to get hurt.
Mm.
And maybe that's why they brought in
Hi, Juanita.
that son, Denisha's son, so
Mm.
quick into the relationship. And have anybody noticed we have not seen the other Kai for a while now? We have not. I
Yeah.
don't think we
A
have
lot
seen
of people is asking for the
a
baby.
week, more than a week. We have not seen
Yeah.
more than a week.
Maybe
So
he's in school now.
yeah, but even so, he's not mentioned in anything. Shayla's not mentioned him. Angelina used to come by and would say, "Where's my grandson?"
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has mentioned him And we see Shayla, we saw Shayla cooking, and we saw her today again. We saw Angelina came to Shayla's house the other day, and she did not even ask for Kai. She did not ask, where's my grandson? So everybody is now wondering, where is Kai? What is happening
Mm-hmm.
with Anthony's Kai?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Are they going to take him out of the show completely? Because I wonder if that is what they're trying to get to do right now, to let him not
Oh,
to remove him from the show. Because remember, he's small and he's picking up a lot of stuff, and
yeah.
maybe his parents doesn't want him to be around all that negative, because he's filming with these people and he's
Yeah.
on set and he's talking and he's repeating everything
Repeating. Yeah.
everybody's saying. So maybe that's a bone of contention, and they don't want that anymore. Because most of the other kids, I think he was the only one that grew up
On
on
the
set
set.
from he was a baby.
Yeah.
Most of the other kids are big when they're introduced as big kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I am wondering if they're going to write him out of the show some way, somehow.
Okay. Okay, we'll see what happens. I hope nothing happens with him.
No,
All
I
right,
don't
so
hope anything happens with him, but I'm just saying, if maybe they're going to say is that comeback is real, that comeback and fight whatever for him and got custody of him and whatever. Maybe they're going to
okay.
write it like that, because I mean, there's maybe he's a powerful dad or something, and he could come back and
Mm-hmm.
take custody of him and take him to another state. So it will
Yeah.
just show that he's no longer in the show, and Sheila will get.
Brian, we don't know if it's Shayla's son. Honestly, I can't tell. All I know, when Shayla used to be pregnant, this is my assumption, my opinion. When she was pregnant with the baby, you can see it looks like a natural tummy, don't it? But then again, them have the fake belly that looks real,
Exactly.
all
I'm
right?
going to tell you. You don't.
And then her boobs were really more firmer. But ever since she have the baby, when they say she have the baby, I noticed her boobs isn't that firm, and they were much. You know what I mean? I guess I don't know. So I do not know if I'm seeing things or whatever. So I'm not sure
There,
if Kai is hers or he's not hers. I don't know.
sometimes they're saying that she doesn't have a son, and then they said yes, it's her real son, and a lot of stuff is happening, and then they show another lady that says it was her son. So
I would rather hear if Shayla says Kai is her birth son, then I will know. But I don't
yeah,
know.
so I don't know. I don't know. I tried checking it with Chat GBT, and it says there is no birth record or anything to show that
Hmm.
she has. There is nothing associated with her to show that she has a son. And then when
Yeah.
I Google Amber, they said yes, Amber has
A son. Is she
a
have a
son,
son?
because there is a birth record to show that Amber had a son. So I don't know.
Oh, Brian says there she was unalive and said that's her son.
Well, she said she wasn't alive, and she said she didn't have any kids too. So I don't know. She was also unalive, because I heard her unalive, and she said she did not have any children.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so let me pull up the other skit. All right. So let me get the other skit ready for us. Because today was all about Dumb and Dumber, Ben and Anthony. You know what I mean? That's what I was gonna actually name it. Ben and Dumb and Dumber Anthony. Let's see here. Okay, so when shall they? When Ben? Okay. Oh, it looked like me show one before the other. I gonna show the first slap when they were discussing the slap. I never know so there was one more before that, Charmaine.
Which one?
Okay, so now when Ben tell Anthony, oh crazy. All right, so let me do the crazy one.
That was the second one.
Yeah.
The
I'm
slap
gonna
was
do
the
this.
first. The second one was the crazy.
Says his wife was cryptic. But him don't know. Said the mother look like she's a rockers. Daniel look like she's a Melissa. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. It is too ill. Yes. Oh, Charmaine, please take over. Oh, Lord. Oh, I can't stop thinking about the flowers. Oh, Lord. Charmaine, you're muted.
Oh yeah, Christopher said then Ben need to go bitter at Abigail and leave Amber alone. Amber did not tell Abigail to take Ben money. And Tina Young said Ben sound like a nagging wife. And Juanita said she would have never been arrested if he was a decent husband. And I
Who said that?
told Juanita, and I totally agree with that. If he was a decent husband, all of this would not be happening. All
Let me
of
read
this.
that one here. Hold on, the Charmaine. Chris says, Rika, this is when, I'm going to put it on the screen so I can see it better. And Rika, this is when this saying come in. Do not provoke your children to wrath. Anthony keep provoking that woman for her to slap the taste out of his mouth. But she's not his child. Come on now, Chris, be
But
nice.
it doesn't matter. It was still provoking her, and he should not have been provoking her.
Well,
And
he deserved what he got.
that is why he enjoyed it. I think he provoked
Exactly.
her because he just wanted her to touch him. And he have
Chris,
a feeling that she would slap him.
Chris, all I wanted in that moment, the writer dropped the ball. He should have just picked her up and put her on the countertop and done. That was game over if he had done that. You know what I mean? My goodness. That would have been awesome.
There's a question, Sharon. I need you to ask the chat.
Really?
Why
Okay, hold on. Let me just type it in. Hold on. Let me start it.
I'm trying to see, oh, it could be a yes or no. Do you think
Oh,
there's a
okay,
reason?
right?
No. Do you think there is a reason Anthony has not told Ben about Denisha?
Delicia. Oh, Denisha.
Denisha, yeah. Do you think there is a reason? That he has not told Ben about Denisha? And
So, Daniel.
number two, he wants to
Number
blame Amber for the divorce.
wants
To
to
still blame Amber for the divorce.
blame Amber for divorce. Okay. So I think those are the two things, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we start. So because the number one is because he would tell Daniel. That mean Ben would tell. Oh, let me just take off because we'll just put Ben. Ben. Ben will tell Abigail Daniel, and second one want to blame um Amber for the.
Want to blame Amber for the divorce.
Okay, so there you goes, guys. So there you go. So there it is. All down there. No, hold on. Let me see how many people are watching right now. I can't see. We go back in this page. 65
64
watching.
and
Hold
20
on. 60.
guys, please hit the like button. We have 64 people watching and we only have 23 people hitting the like button. So please hit the like button.
All right. At least you have 23. My thing was telling me 3 people hit the like button.
No, it's 23. It says 23.
Yeah. All right. So okay, so we're gonna see how you guys vote, and that's a good thing. I was gonna leave that answer for the last charm because of how he was defending. He was talking to Ben in the last
Yeah,
scene.
but we still need to know why he did not tell him
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
Alicia
I was
because he
gonna ask
came
that
out.
in the last one.
Yeah, he came out and was saying something. And
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so I think we're finished with this one. Let me double see if we're finished with this video, right? Or is there
Yeah,
more
we
on this
finished with that.
video?
There's nothing more in there.
Okay, all right. So I'll get the last video on this one. All right, let me get the other one ready, and then we can speak on the last video. We take some more comment. Okay, so video, and it looks like we need to go jump into something. Isaiah asks Brooke to ditch Destiny and hang out later tonight. I just ate that
That
anyway.
little boy.
I don't mean to say hate. I just can't take it.
No, he's a bad influence. That's what you need
Mm,
to say.
he's a bad influence for Brooke. Okay, so Anthony, we're looking for, yeah. Psyche and Trin. So we have Psyche and Trin. We're getting Psyche and Trin ready.
I went for a swim.
Oh, we went for a swim.
Psyche and Trim.
Yes, yes. Psyche
Swim
and
saying
Trin.
there's a song that says Psyche and Trim went for a
Went
swim.
for a swim, yes. All right, so here, I don't really judge the character in the skit. I try to look for the lessons while enjoying the entertainment. Thank you very much, Margaret, there. And Gigi says, Anthony and Ben are two little itches gossiping about their wife behavior and the way are two of them the worst husband in Atlanta. And thank you for that, Gigi. What I can say about this is
Talk
the
about Larry.
conversation what they had was not they were itching about their wife. They were actually speaking facts of what woman does. You know what I mean? And it wasn't, they weren't bashing the wife. They were actually speaking truth. That's my opinion. Thank you for your opinion, though. And Carla says, Anthony do not love Amber, period. Carla says, I just want this storyline to progress into a divorce. Thank you, Tina. And then Trapstar says, funny, he hasn't told Ben about his new girlfriend, Denisha. Okay, so let me go over to see how you guys voted because we need to see it. Okay, so 63 says he does because of that Ben will tell Daniel. And 37% says he'll blame Amber for the divorce. All right. So the reason why I didn't tell Ben about the Denisha Charmaine is because Ben would actually tells Daniel, and then Daniel will not keep her mouth. She will definitely tell Amber for real, and we totally agree with that.
I,
Well
I,
done, Zach.
okay, so this is me now saying something. He did
Mm-hmm.
not tell Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Has nothing to do with Ben telling Daniel. Because one, he told Wayne. Wayne and Amber
Yeah.
is best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Him Honeypot knows about it. Honeypot
Yeah.
and Sheila are best friend. What is going to stop them from getting it back to Amber? If he did not want Amber to hear about it, Ben, Honeypot or Wayne would not know about it. You'd keep her in the dark, but he have her out in the
Exactly. But he kissed her
so
in front of Honeypot.
exactly. So it's not that he does not want Amber to hear, because if Ben tell Daniel, Daniel might not even tell Amber based on their last interaction with all that went down.
She
I
will still
think
tell him. She still tell her.
yeah, but she still tell. But Wayne can tell Amber as well. Wayne can tell Amber. Honeypot tell Sheila.
Exactly.
Sheila tell Amber. So it's not like they're hiding. They're in plain sight doing whatever they're doing. So
Mm-hmm.
somewhere along the line, it can always get back to Amber. I
So
think.
Chris is talking to you. So
Mhm.
Charmaine, why hide it from your best friend Ben?
Because he's going to be judging. It's the judgment.
Okay,
You
I
remember
got you.
every time people said, I don't want you to judge me.
Mm-hmm.
Ben just told Amber, Ben just told Anthony that Amber was seeing somebody else. And Anthony was outraged about it. He
Yeah.
left and he went and he asked all of this with that. Okay, think about this. All of this that is happening with Daniel and Melissa is because
Mm-hmm.
of Ben telling Anthony, Anthony going back to Amber, Amber going back to Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Dave firing Melissa. So you see where that circle is. So Anthony telling Ben that listen, I have this new girl and we are intimate and all that. Ben is going to say to him, so my marriage, I'm going through all of this in my marriage because I came
Mm-hmm.
and tell you something about Amber that you are actually doing yourself. Make that make sense, Anthony? Because you're doing the same thing that Amber is doing. You
Mm-hmm.
are now guilty of the same thing that Amber is doing, and
Yeah.
I don't have my wife because I told you, because I thought it was something that you need to know. It's a big deal. You need to know. But no, you're doing the same thing that Amber is doing. So he's not going to tell him. That's the only reason why he's not telling him. And Ben does not move in the same circles as a Wayne and a Honeypot and a Shayla. So he may eventually hear, but it's not going to be coming from Anthony unless there is a revelation coming from the Lord that he has to tell Ben, or Ben see them somewhere and he has to come clean. But he's not going to want Ben to judge him because, again, Anthony's all about his image and Anthony's all about his ego. Ben is Anthony's friend when he don't care because he wants to show off on Wayne. The fact that Wayne
Mm-hmm.
was telling him, oh, the man have Amber bent over and whatever. He's showing Wayne that I can have somebody bent over too. That's the only
Mm-hmm.
reason he called Wayne. To brag, to say, oh, you said this man have Amber bent over. Well, look at me. I can bent over somebody as well. That's the only
Yeah.
reason he called, Ben to, call Wayne to tell Wayne. Because he wants to brag that he's doing the same thing that Amber is doing and he can do the same thing that Amber is doing. He's not
Yeah.
going to tell Ben because Ben is going to be judging him.
Yeah. Well said, Sharon. Well says. All right. So we get that all out of our system. So now we know why Ben isn't telling Anthony, because Anthony don't want to be judged by Ben. And Ben here is what we call it here. What Ben did here, Charmaine, let we play the video here because there's a lot to cover. Thank you, Tina. Please. Okay, so guys, I need 195 to go to 4,000 subscribers. So, if you're on here and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So now Tina says, please subscribe to Sharon Rika review. Thank you, Tina. And it should be please subscribe to Sharon _ Rika review. Thank you. All right. So with that being said, here we go. All right. So now we know for sure that Anthony sent the flower. So all of you guys in the chat, you know who you are. Here you go. Here's your flowers. You guys were absolutely correct that Anthony sends the flowers. All right. I was thinking it was who will it think say it again? Either our mother or it would be, I think I said it was Iman. So you guys got that. All right. So let's go back. Why is Anthony eyes been looking weird lately? I don't understand. Stop it and speak. Okay, go ahead, Charm.
The flowers did work because it made
Definitely.
Amber all riled up, and that was Anthony's intention. So yes, the flowers did work. You hear what he said? If you think those flowers did not work, you crazy. Didn't work on Shayla because Shayla
Thank
didn't
you
know.
on it.
But it works on Shayla telling Amber, and Amber went
Mhm.
off like an explosion. And that was what Anthony wanted.
Definitely, definitely. And it worked. So he got
Works.
his agenda
It
accomplished.
works. It works.
And that was something else, guys. That was something else because Amber was in her feelings. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But as we said, we may not like what we see going on right now, but it has to happen. Oh, it's happening because these two has to do what they have to do to be able to forgive each other. Sharon, could we watch Bethany trying to gaslight Larry and he called her a hypocrite because of Brooke? Yes, we can watch that after this one. All right, baby girls and guys in the chat. Okay, G, I will play that. So we'll go back to this.
Me to be miserable like you.
Miserable.
Okay,
I'm
wait
far
there.
from miserable. Trust
We
me.
have to go.
You are?
He
I'm
said, I'm
trying.
far from miserable. Trust me. And Ben said, you are?
We have to rewind it because it was playing.
Miserable like you.
Miserable.
I never know say so much. Me did, guys, that was the perfect time for
To tell
Anthony
him.
to tell
Yes.
him that he is with Denisha. And Charmaine, this was where I was gonna ask the chat about why didn't Anthony tell
Tell
him?
him about
But
Denisha.
you went ahead of great minds think alike. Yes, great minds think alike. So that was my question that I would have put to the audience about that part. So that was a great opening. I wonder how. Let me go on some more. I wonder how Betty's gonna feel when he finds out that Anthony is with Denisha. That gonna really,
Hurt
yes, I
him.
would
It's
love
going
to
to
see his
hurt him.
reaction.
It's going to
I
hurt
think
him.
he's gonna feel hurt.
Yeah,
But
it's
listen
going
to
to hurt
their
him.
conversation because I think it's gonna gear up to that, guys. But listen to their
Exactly.
conversation.
Yep, it is.
Devastated.
Well, that's
Hold on.
Change
look,
it.
man. I just try to give you some friendly advice, see if it would work. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, who
Okay. So our boy Anthony, let me just close this a little. Our boy Anthony stood up for his wife there.
Once,
Me know say that, me
one.
know Tina, me know Chris, me know who else. Who else in the chat don't really like when Anthony stand up for Amber. But I love this. I really love that. I did a shorts on that and I show that he actually stand up. And Amber has nothing to. It's not Amber's fault. The Ben is having an issue in his marriage. It's not Amber's fault. He is the one who told his best friend. So he has to take accountability. Yes, Amber did whatever, but his wife asked him, do not say anything. So who it should be him? It should be Ben. Don't you think Ben should blame himself, take accountability for his action? Right, Charmaine, take over from me there.
Okay, so I'm reading a Belinda Jones, and she's saying, "No, what about happened? Blood work going involved. That's when Anthony and Shayla Child going to be for him." I don't know. I don't understand the thing. It says, "Know what about happened? Blood work going to involve. That's when Anthony and Shayla Child going to be for him." I don't know. Christopher, I thought he was Shayla's real child. I don't know because Shayla sometime on IG and she said she don't have any kids, and another time she said yes, Sky is her kid. So I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see that one goes. And somebody is saying that they're glad they did not see Adenisha and Anthony's skit today. Hopefully it will stay that way. She says her real son. And then Christopher said, Gigi, I saw people comment that Kai is not her son. That's what I'm saying. There are times when Sheila said it's her son. There's another time when Sheila said it's not her son. And people commenting and saying it's not her son. So I don't know. Tina, it's obvious it's forced. They are worse than Tamira and Wayne, and that's bad. Okay, so I'm going to talk for maybe 2 minutes while Sharon is doing whatever is she's doing until Sharon come back. The thing is, they were looking at the numbers last week before this whole trip to Chateau Elan, and the numbers were really bad between Anthony and Denisha when they were talking on the phone. So they had to do something to get the numbers up. So they want to see how the audience would react with them being together. So they send them on this, they let them do this trip. And in one of the skit, that garnered 4 million views. The one where she had her leg up and Anthony was taking off her shoes. That one skit net 4 million views. All the other skits were like 7 and 6 and 500 and something views. But that one skit did 4 million views. So the next night, they do the crossing the line. That skit went to 1 million, 1 million and 1.1 million views. But since that night, because if you go and you start looking, The other skits that follow, even the ones when she went to Wayne and all that, they did not reach a million. The highest they went was 800 and something. There was some in 600, there was some in 500. So I think they might be realizing that people are not with the Anthony and the Nisha as they want them to be. So I think they're going to have another plot twist to see again how they're going to react, because right now people not feeling it. Even the one yesterday morning, which everybody thought that would be a million in a few hours, when she told him to take off the ring, that did not even, it's like 550,000. That skit
Oh.
where everybody thought that would
Mm.
go to a million when Denisha tell Anthony to take off his ring. That skit only went to 550,000. The two with him and Amber and the ring situation, those are in the 800,000. So everybody is saying, oh, they thought that Denisha skit would go much higher because of the ring situation. No, it did not. So that one was a dud. That skit was a
People don't like, sorry. Yeah.
550,000. People saying you can see that it's boring. They're forcing the issue. There's no chemistry between them. When him and Amber quarreling, you can even see the chemistry between them, because even
Yes, it's true.
it, you can see the chemistry between them still. Although they're there and there, but you can see that it's not forced. Whatever they're doing is not forced. It's natural.
Okay. Here is what Chris says to your ear. Let me see. I just see it here on my phone, so I'm looking up where to place it on the screen. What Chris says.
The one that says people going to boycott Anthony and Denisha because they're boring like Wayne and Tamira.
I never see that one there yet.
And that's why they broke up, Wayne and Tamira. That's the
Oh.
they had to, because their skit were not doing the numbers that they want them to do. And for Wayne to be one of the main character and he was not getting the views whenever time he's with Tamira, they had to break them up. They could not keep them together because it was showing that the people were not feeling that relationship. And that's my opinion.
No, your opinion is fine. All right. I can't find it on in StreamYard, but I do see it in here. Chris says, Charmaine, the reason those skits go in the millions, people was anticipating the crossing of the line.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I said it.
You're absolutely right, Chris.
Christopher, I said it. I told them, and I've been saying it, that if you go on Facebook and you look, the shan that they were in, her leg was bare and up, and everybody was thinking that, yes, they're crossing the line right now. And that is why everybody was going
Watching
to, because all the other ones in that series for that entire day, none of them went to a million. Not one. They were somewhere in the 500, 600, 700. None went to a million. Even the one where he put the ring on her finger, that did not go to a million. The only one who went to that was the position that was in, and everybody thought they were going to cross the line. And the one where they actually crossed the line, it just went to 1.1 million. Just went to 1 million. It did not like it went to, even the one with the man Amber they were in the restaurant and he was checking her about Dave, that went to 1 million too. So it's, I mean, when you look at this is new and fresh and everybody is, it's not. It's not. It's really not. It's really not, because I see they were doing millions and they were comparing the last 2 weeks, and Amber, I think, is up like 6 point something million in the last weeks, and she's up like 5.1 million. So Amber is still doing her cool million a day. She's still doing numbers daily whenever time you see her on anything. So I think they're going to change it, but before they do, they're definitely going to put a plot twist in there. There has to be a plot twist.
Oh, what store is that, a new one? Look, oh, that's an old one. That is a yesterday skit. Okay. Yes. So well said, dear. So I, Juanita, how are you? A long time I not see you, Juanita. Welcome in. All right. So hello, Juanita. You're right. If Anthony could have been a better husband, he would have protected his wife. Most and Gigi is correct on that. And Ben is not getting no pum pum from Daniel. So he is backed up like Anthony.
No,
Was
Anthony not backed up anymore.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Alexis says Lauren is going to a doctor for her face. Why? Lauren is going to a doctor. She's gonna get a facelift, Alexi. Hi, welcome in, Alexi. Long time no see either. Welcome in. Please hit the like button, Goddess is saying. And welcome in, Angela C. Nice to see you. Angela, I'm drinking that cucumber water. I'm not liking it. I think I rather eat the cucumber. It tastes like medicine.
No,
I don't
it
know.
doesn't. It's just
It tastes
refreshing.
like wait now.
No,
Wait,
refreshing.
let me tell her what me did. So maybe it's wrong what me did. Angela, see, I put the hibiscus tea bag in with the thing and I pour hot water. So maybe I should put cold water, right? Because right now, see what it looks
How do you
like.
pour hot water in the cook in
Look,
what?
look how I look like. I know it
That's the
tastes like
cucumber.
medicine. Every time you drink
Cucumber
it,
is in there.
it tastes gross.
What? The cucumber is
Tastes
in
like
that one?
medicine.
Hmm? You have cucumber in that?
Yeah, no,
No, no,
it's in
no.
there. I put the cucumber in here
All you need to do is
and the
just
tea
slice the
bag. So that's why it
cucumber.
look like that.
Mm-mm.
The hibiscus and the cucumber water.
Slice
So
the
I'm trying
cucumber.
to,
Just slice
but
the
you know, the thing not
cucumber.
good for
Put
your
it
body
in the
never tastes
water.
good yet.
Put it in room temperature water, and then you can
And
put it
that's
in
what
the
I have to go
fridge.
the next time. I put hot water on it. I know it tastes
Oh,
like medicine.
that's supposed to taste terrible.
Exactly.
Oh,
Angela.
Wayne went to 1 million views today. The one where Honeypot was going to slap off whatever. It had
Woo!
1 million views. Yep.
So that's nice. That's nice. I'm sorry. So congratulations, Tamira and
And Wayne,
Wayne, Country Wayne, for a job well done with the
and
licking
it
off
went
of stuff.
in one day. It went to 1 million. It did not even take 24 hours. One day it
That
went to
is
1 million.
wonderful. That is wonderful. So let we go back to the liquor. I think let me finish this one first and then we pull up Bethany skit. All right. So Dumber and Dumber here is blaming each other, right? So
That's a
so at
cute
the end
name.
of the day, Anthony gave him a suggestion. So what Anthony should have done, Christopher and Tina, is to take his own advice.
Nice.
He should have been nicer to his wife. Then Ben and then Dave would not be able to just swoop in and take Amber if Anthony didn't drop the ball. And I'm gonna stand by it. Anthony did drop the ball. Do you agree, Charmaine?
Of course he did. He dropped the ball, and when he realized he
When
wanted
she
to,
asked for the divorce.
yeah, after asked her the divorce, that was when he decided to want to do all these nice things. But he was trying to close the gate after the horse went through it already. The horse had gone
And that
through it,
was too
galloping
late.
all over the place, and now he's trying to close the gate. There was no horse in the barn. The barn door was left ajar too long. The horse escaped. Why you closing it after the horse escaped? That's what he was doing.
Exactly.
So you have to go back and catch that horse, put him back in the barn, and then close the gate.
That
That's
is very
all
well
he
said,
has to do.
Amber.
And it's going to take a while for him to catch the horse because the horse is running all over the place right now.
Yeah. So Danville. Why they call who is Danville? Nancy, that's it. She meant Daniel.
We'll tell Amber quickly. I don't
Quickly,
know.
yes.
Oh,
I don't remember if it's before we were monetized. And Charmaine says Amber should have, if she wants to go anywhere, she would be the one book it and the husband just go along.
just like what
Don't be
Sheila did.
wise.
That's what Sheila did. That's what Shayla did. He told Shayla, he gave her a card and tell Shayla to take care of it. Shayla did everything. She did the booking. She make all the plans. in
With the
Jamaica.
help of Liz.
Anthony did not. Liz only told her to go to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Went to Jamaica, and Sheila went online and she did everything. She makes
Yeah.
all the plans. Anthony did not take Sheila to Jamaica. His money took them, but Sheila was the one who took Anthony to Jamaica.
Not his money. It was actually Chase's money.
Yeah, but trust me, she had her. Remember, he gave her the credit card, and he
Yeah.
said that wherever she wants to book,
Yeah.
book it. Don't go cheap. They could do it.
Mm-hmm.
So if Amber wanted, Amber could do the same thing. Amber could book a nice getaway, even for just a weekend, and do it. But Amber she was nonchalant. He came back, and once they did they do the whole show for the crickets and all that, she was okay with that. She didn't want to go anywhere. If she wanted
Okay,
to,
so
she
Gigi
done it.
said here now. Gigi said here. Anthony is giving advice and he'll turn around and ask his side chick to go off on a vacation instead of his wife. He is a whole clown. Thank you, dear Gigi, for that. He took Janisha to Chateau de Lawn and he
Yeah,
took
because he was
her
trying to get pum pum.
and he took her to to eat shop with her. He took her shopping and then they go to dinner and they go to wine tasting. You know, we understand he's backed up and he was,
Yeah, he
being
was
a
trying
rich
to get the
man.
pum pum.
Yeah, I know. But what
Yes.
to of course he did that. But what I'm saying now, G, is this, Charmaine. We were saying this is that Anthony is now the guru of relationship. He never did that for his wife, but now he has a side chick. He thinks that he knows it all. And before he went with the side chick, he sent Shayla those horrible flowers. Yeah, they were pretty, but it wasn't presented properly. The guy, like him, just go to the roadside to pick it up and say, go deliver it here. Because when the guy handed Shayla the roses, it was still dripping with one little string tied on it, right? No thought went into that. But what I'm saying now with Amber and Anthony about the vacation, she wanted to go somewhere when she left that door and she was asking Anthony. What Amber should have done, book it herself because Amber have access to Anthony money at all times.
Exactly.
She could have booked it and say, Anthony, we're going here. And that's
Exactly.
it.
She could have done that. She
And
could have booked the vacation herself. She didn't have to wait on Anthony.
but
But
you
you
know
see
what,
the other
Charmaine?
thing?
She wanted him to take charge.
Yeah, but when he wanted to take charge, remember that weekend when Sheila them was going
Yeah.
to
She
LA,
asked him
and
and
he
he was
said
gonna do it.
yes, and he
Yes.
said yes, let's go somewhere, and he
Yeah.
was going to do it, and she said no because of Kai, and she not going to let Kai go with anybody. So she was also
So to
giving
be
up.
blamed.
Yeah, she's
And
so
another thing too, Sean. Another thing too. Amber is her worst enemy. You remember when Shayla used to be outside? Remember Anthony never let Shayla in the house, Who let Shayla in the house?
Amber.
Exactly. So at least he was trying to have boundaries. But Amber decided to let her in the house. And she even come into the bedroom, go up the stairs, wouldn't even want her inside. So you see, we are sit down here. Me not talk me, but me says we, because we are addressing our family, our chat family. Some of you guys do not believe, says Amber, is at fault. Here also, Amber let the enemy back into her life. I understand they have a child together, but Amber opened the door and let Shayla back in, just like how she left the door open for Anthony. So we have to call a spade a spade. What do you say to that, Charmaine?
Yeah, we have to. And I've been reading some of the comments in the chat, and
Yes, you were reading them.
a lot of people saying that yes, he does not want to tell Ben because he wants Amber to remain the bad person, and he wants to make Amber the person to be blamed for this thing, this divorce, and he doesn't want to tell Ben because he wants to remain the victim. He doesn't want to tell Ben because he doesn't want Ben to judge him. It has nothing about getting back to Amber because Wayne knows. Why you think Wayne is not going to tell Amber, and he knows Wayne tell Amber everything? He knows
Yeah.
Wayne and Amber are good friends. Honeypot knows. Honeypot is living at Shayla's house, and Honeypot and Shayla's are
He
good
doesn't
friends.
know that Honeypot living there yet.
Well, even if he doesn't know that Honeypot is living
He's
there, he
gonna
knows
find
that
out soon
Honeypot
enough.
and Shayla are good friends. He know that they are all going to be on that podcast. So
Yeah,
why you think that he don't know that it will get back to Amber?
yeah.
He don't care if he get back to Amber. Why he's not telling Ben? Because he does not want Ben to look at him like, man, you're doing the same thing you are saying Amber is doing, and all that and all that.
And you're
You're
cheating now twice in
yeah,
the
you're
marriage.
cheating now. You're cheating again.
Yeah,
You're cheating
exactly.
again. That's what Ben is going to be saying, and he doesn't want to hear that. He does not want to hear that. So he's not going to tell Ben anything.
Did you read this comment or is it news? Chris says, Charmaine, I disagree. Anthony should be the man he should have been. The man to surprise her. It's not Amber's job to do it.
No, no, no. I'm not saying Chris. She was saying that Amber asked about a trip. I don't remember seeing that skit. And Amber asked about a trip and he was like, no. And I'm saying if I was, because many of the vacation that my husband and I goes on, I book them. My husband is not that kind of person. He's not spontaneous. He allows me to lead. And maybe that's why I'm like the way I am, because
Yeah.
I love to lead. I love to do things the way I want to do it. Not that I don't trust my husband, but trust me. I want
So,
to.
Charmaine, let me go fast now your business now. So, you like to ride
Hmm?
since you like to take charge.
I am a take charge person, baby. Trust
So, you're
me.
a bedroom bully.
Yeah, I like to lead. Remember that word I said. I
I
love. I'm
like
not
to.
using the word like no. I
So,
love
you love to
to
lead
lead.
in the
I like
bedroom.
people to follow because at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, I like to be satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Just,
well
just,
said,
just
Charmaine.
read between the lines.
Yes, darling, I'm
I
reading
like to
between
have
the
my own
lines.
way. I like to lead. So many of our vacation, I get, he will surprise me with a dinner once in a while. He said, yeah, we're going to dinner. He'll get his daughter to maybe book a restaurant or something. But most of everything else, it's for coming from me.
Yeah.
I am the one who control the purse string. I don't think my husband even know how much money is in our accounts. He tell me to give him gas money when he was working. I'll give him gas money every Friday evening. I'll go to the bank, get money, give him it for his gas. He also has all the credit cards because we have joint account. He has debit cards, credit card, but yet he does not know because he's not that type of person. If he wants something, he'll ask me, do we have enough money in this account that I can buy this or pay for this? And I said, yeah. So I'm that person who will take
So, you
charge.
see, guys, Charmaine leads.
Of course, I
And
lead. If
her
it was
husband
me,
follows. So,
listen. If it was me, we would still. If it was me and Anthony, we'll still be in that relationship because I was.
exactly. That's what I
I'm not
was
going to
just
wait
about
for
to
him
say.
to take me to dinner. No, we're going to dinner. Oh, we're going here next week.
We're
We're
going
going.
dancing.
Yeah, trust
We're
me.
going to Paris next
We're
week.
going every. I am leading. He has the money. Why you think I'm going to sit and complain about you don't have my back? I don't care if you don't have my
Exactly.
back. It has nothing to do with me if you don't have my back. I am being spending that money. You don't need to
Exactly.
have
But
my back. I
Amber
don't
rather,
want you to have my back. As long as I have the credit cards, I don't care where you want to end up. And as long as I can be the one satisfying myself, because I'm selfish that way.
so you're not selfish. I would call that selfish. Majority
Yeah.
of Jamaican women with their spouse is the woman actually does what Charmaine is saying she does. All right, so this is what Christopher is saying. Anthony knows Ben gossip. Plus, he wants people to think he can do no wrong. But it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out soon enough, Chris. Angela says Anthony wants to remain a victim to Ben. Yes. But it's gonna come out. Anthony doesn't want Amber to use him sleeping with Denisha against him. Okay. Anthony doesn't want Amber to use him sleeping with Denisha against him.
Wayne knows. Where guys, and I keep telling you, what Wayne knows that everybody else don't know. If Wayne see Amber tomorrow, Wayne is going to tell Amber. And Honeypot is going to tell Sheila. You see, Honeypot is so upset with Wayne right now and all
Mm-hmm.
of that and upset with the world.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to end up telling Sheila. She's
Yeah.
going to end up telling Sheila.
And Chris says all Ben and Danielle does is gossip, right? And then Dolly says 31 likes and thanks for hitting the like button. 60 watching. Please check to see if you hit the like button. Thank you very much, Dolly, for that. And Anthony is a weak cornball. All right, so let me see here. It won't come up. Angela see yes, and he wants to make Amber the only bad person. Well, his shoot is gonna come out soon, and Angela says, please hit the like button. Everyone, thank you very very much, darling. And let's see here. Let me come down some more. Which one of the skit you wanted to see? Please hit the like button. Thanks. Okay, so a lot of you saying that. From Anthony, get the pum pum from Denisha. He don't take her out
See,
back.
he took his bag. You see what he did? He took his whole bag when he was leaving the morning. He did not leave any clothes there. He made sure he packed everything in his overnight bag and took
Mm-hmm.
his bag. He went home with his bag because he got a release. We don't know. Let's see if he goes back there tonight. He might go there tonight. You know, Anthony. Anthony is a crazy person. After talking about all of that today, he might go back there tonight. So
Okay. All right. So Gigi did want to see. Gigi, can you put in the chat which one of the Shayla, Larry and the Bethany skit you want to see, please? Gigi, can you please put
on
it
there,
in the chat
Bethany
which one?
crying.
Eh? Because I'm trying to see which one she would like to see. Me see Larry, Stevie is in trouble. Me don't know who Stevie is. Larry gets the call from New Orleans that little Stevie needs some discipline. So I don't know who Stevie is. All right, so I'm looking at the Bethany skit. So I'm here trying. Where is G? Is G still in the thing? Son lives there, so she has to be careful. Oh, the son live there. Anthony's gonna have a problem because Denisha not gonna want to hide.
I said Anthony's going to have a problem because Denisha don't want her out back again. Oh,
I'm looking for the skit that Gigi wanted, but let me see. Is the one in the bed when they were talking? Is that the one? Is there anymore? I see
what, where
one.
she was crying.
She was in the bed early this morning with her husband. Mrs.
And she was
Shara.
asking about there
What's the
was
name of it?
there were two when she was in the bathroom, but I think that was last night.
Yeah.
There was
And then
one.
so Gigi, which one of those you wanted to see? Rika play the Shayla and Tamira skit, Chris says. And HP already told Shayla about Denisha. Okay, so Christopher,
When
which one of the Shayla skit you want to see? Okay, let me see which one. That's the only one they play today. All
who
right, let me
told
get that.
Oliver told Sheila about Denisha when? No,
Oh,
she
she
didn't.
did? There
When?
is a Rika play Shayla and then Tamira skit. Okay.
There's
Okay.
not a skit with them with her telling her that.
I'm looking. That's the
Unless it's
baby.
on unless it's on YouTube and not on.
Okay. Okay, this is Shayla. Okay, this is the only one with Shayla and Rika. Okay, so Gigi, the only skit I see with Bethany is the one when she in bed with Larry. Should I play that one after this one?
Evidence that she was sleeping with Anthony. The
Yeah.
lawyer told Anthony last year that we were trying to maybe say not the infidelity thing, but you have the evidence. You have a
Yeah.
child. So now that has to go through the door. You have to throw that out because you have a child, and
Mm.
that proves infidelity. That proves everything.
And Angela is right. Let me take some comment here. Let me take some comment here. If Anthony tell Ben, he will be upset because he told him Amber, and now he as a woman and wife ain't a setup with him.
Yeah, because of
Is
course I understand what she said. She said he told Ben about Amber and know about Amber and
Wayne.
he told Ben about Amber and now
Mm-hmm.
his own wife is upset with him because he went and he said something and now Anthony's doing the same thing. So Amber Anthony's not going to tell him. Anthony's not going to tell him because Anthony don't want the judgment. And he said,
Okay.
Ben is you're here today. There was a nugget in there when he said we don't have each other back
Each
anymore
other back, yeah.
because it's going to prove to Ben, Anthony's going to prove to Ben that he doesn't really have his back, or else you'd not be doing what he's doing after he mess up him and his wife. I want Daniel tell Ben I'm not going anywhere with you. Take Anthony. Why don't you
That
take
would be nice.
Anthony?
That would be nice. Let's see what happens. Gigi says there is a skit with Shayla. Tell Pierre about her skinny attire. They were on the front porch. Yes, I remember that one. And Larry and Bethany are in the bathroom. She tells him he's gonna be sorry for the way he talks to her.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's the one you want to see, the bathroom scene. Thank you for that. Larry don't want Bethany, and Tyrion, Shayla have too much mouth. You know something? I think I saw somebody here said, let me see if we can find it, or maybe me come down too far. No, Tamara, don't tell Shayla about Denisha. No, she haven't told her yet. Sharon, it's the weather in the bathroom talking. Okay, I remember. I'll get that for you. Chris had no hands. And Olipat told Shayla Denisha gonna work for Wayne and the podcast. Oh, when did she tell her? In a this
Yeah, he told her yesterday when she went back just before the chef came. And Sheila
Oh,
said, oh
okay.
no, can you fire her? Yes, he told Sheila, and Sheila said, that's nasty. And he said, can you fire her? Yeah, but that's all he said, working for Wayne as a receptionist on the podcast. She did not tell
Mm-hmm.
her that he's seen Anthony. And everybody
This,
was listening to say if she was going to
and
say
she didn't
anything
tell
else.
her.
No, she didn't tell her about Anthony.
I mean, Amber told Pierre about her skinny attire. They were on the front porch. Yes, remember that. And some comments flat. Okay. Some comment Pat Shayla not talking to anyone on the phone. And I had wanted Tamara and Shayla to pull up at Wayne. Oh, that's what we were waiting for. And I thought they would have pulled that, dropped that skit already, Chris, but I don't see that.
I don't,
Dolly
Sheila
41
was
like, 55 watching. Please hit the like button. And then all right, so let me just read some more chat. Charmaine, I really appreciate how you monitor these chat Tingley says. And
thank you.
yes, Sharon, that's good one too. When Larry Bethany, he doesn't know what he's doing in that marriage. Thank you for that. Yes, I will show those two skits for you guys for sure. And Shayla can't help but throw shade. Tamara, why you in it? The man left you. I did the man left her a sheep pack up herself and left herself.
He
Now she left
said,
herself.
oh, he was the one who said, might as well, if that's the way she's going to be doing, might as well, they, whatever. And she said,
I
okay.
stay corrected. Shayla, your man is cheating too. Amber did have a moment of insanity catching her husband, yes. And Shayla, I know you're not calling no one a snake. She
Or a
forget that she
backstabber.
is or a backstabber because she is one. Shayla forget she slept with her best friend husband. Right. This
I
is
think
what
she
I
blocked it
said.
out. I think she blocked it out her mind. I think she has
Exactly.
blocked it
That's what
from
I
her
was
mind.
just about to say. She has not taken accountability for what she did to Amber. And Anthony always I take accountability for both of them action. But Shayla needs to honestly look in herself to find out how it felt. But when she do find out about Denisha and Iman, I think that's the time Shayla will understand what she did to her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
What is this person name? Dan. Oh, you pronounce the name there?
Danak
Danak.
or
Okay.
Dana.
All right. Me just call you Dan because me can.
Yeah, please do.
Yes, I'll just say Dan because I don't want to mess up anybody else's name. So Chris says, does Shayla forget that she have a baby by her best friend husband? Of course she did that. No, she don't forget that because he's the heir to the throne. So she
Of
don't
course, she
forget that
forget.
part.
Forget, of
And she
course.
thinks she's in her right to do so. Remember, she was bold to tell Amber, you drop the ball, and I pick it up. Right? And I know Shayla, not their kettle calling the kettle back.
Get her back. She don't
Exactly.
care. You know, Shayla don't care. Shayla will always be Shayla. Always be Shayla. Shayla
Oliver told
will
Shayla right before the chef came over to the house. Okay,
yeah,
thank
she
you.
told her that
Oh, this
Wayne
is
hire
Silver
her.
singing to her bottom feeder, Shayla. This is why Tamira is singing, listening to that bottom feeder, Shayla. All right, let me pull up Bethany skit. All right, guys. So, Charmaine, you can take it from there. So
Yeah,
it's from this is 644. So you can read that one.
she said,
It's on the screen.
Eddie is going to, Anthony Dalton is going to keep telling Ben things, and this is coming from Dolly, about Amber, because if Ben does find out, he will feel justified about Denisha. But remember, it was Ben who told Anthony about Dave. It was not the other way around. So he does not even know for sure because he asked Amber, and Amber said no. So he does not have the evidence to say that it's going on. Anthony Iman is a celebrity, and he's saying her baby father, her boyfriend, Rico, because he's psycho. And let me see what Dolly said. Gigi said, hmm, I think I went up too far. Okay. Even when Wayne lost, oh my God, this thing is just jumping away.
Okay, hold on. Me come back over.
You come back over.
You read that one already?
I'm reading this one. It says Gigi, even when Wayne lost his court case against Rolanda and Anthony, he spun the story as if he was just testing them, like no big deal. So Shayla didn't think she is a homewrecker. Shayla thinks she has done nothing wrong to the Daltons. And all cost. At
Okay.
all cost.
All right. So let me just, before I look for the other skit, let me see what G's saying. She definitely delusional. Shayla had a good man at home, taking care of her completely. But she wanted to save Amber's husband from a bad wife, Chocho or Cocoa Puff. Oh Lord. Yes, you're right. She did Arby did treat her really good, so I'm gonna understand.
Exactly. She used to just go and take Harvey money. As soon as she see Harvey, and Harvey used to just give her money to go shop, money to do this. Anything she want, that man used to give it to her.
Okay. I got you. I got you. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks. Angela, see, that's true. Angelina messed Shayla head up. Antoinette says
Still
Brooke
is
is
doing it.
getting her way from Bethany. All right. Yeah, I noticed that she's soaking up Bethany also. I saw them. And then here, I seriously hope we see Amber in a few more skits on a daily basis. No, she's wearing a lot of different hats. Yes, Marian. Yeah, yeah. And plus she's directing too, right? So, and simply said it is at the beginning. Okay, we saw that one. We read that one before. And even okay, so Gigi says, notice how Bethany talk. She asked Larry to be quiet and let her voice all her complaints about him. Okay, whenever this the part there, EP says, I've never heard Larry compare Bethany to anyone else. Thank you. And Bethany, your marriage is over. Do since the final are almost over. I guess man will be back soon. Oh, Iman. Okay, I got you. I got you. I guess so. He will be back soon. And then Angela C says simply, I saw those two frog statue and the beginning of Sheila and Tamira skit. No, thank you. Thank you very much. So you think that they're saying that Tamira and it symbolized Tamira and Sheila that they're two frogs?
One look like a female and one look like a male. One is bigger than one, so it could be both of them.
Okay, okay, thank you. Tina, you cook a nice dinner yum. What did Tina make? Is she telling us what she make in the chat? I didn't see that. And then Juanita says Anthony doesn't love Amber. And Brooke manipulated her parents. How about they make Brooke get a job? She has a lot of talk and no responsibility. You're
Ability. That
absolutely
is
right,
so true.
Angel.
That is so true.
Yeah,
And
she's
I
right.
think Bethany is also because Bethany is all saying now Bethany is saying that Shara grew Brooke until whatever age. So now she's blaming Shara that Brooke was set in her ways. It has nothing to do with her and all of that. But Brooke took a lot of stuff from from Bethany. A lot of what
Mm-hmm.
Brooke is going on with no accountability, just like Bethany. Guys, I just want to touch on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Thing before we move it along. Um,
Mm-hmm.
when Denisha cooked that lobster dinner for Anthony,
Anthony.
I was in the chat with O'Neill and I was saying to O'Neill that everybody was saying, oh, this lobster dinner is so good. She's cooking it from scratch. And I was saying to O'Neill, you can go on YouTube and get any recipe, every ingredient down to anything, all the ingredients, and it shows you how to do from the beginning to
To
the
the
end.
end.
And everybody, some people were saying, no, 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 she's a good cook. And you see what Lauren did this morning? Lauren proves me right. Lauren
Yes.
doesn't know anything about cooking, but didn't she cook a good meal for Wayne from scratch to
Yeah.
end? YouTube. And she's told Wayne she didn't take any say, oh, I'm a good cook or whatever. She said, no, I get everything on YouTube. All the ingredients, all the measurement, everything she saw on YouTube. She got it off of YouTube. So when people saying that, you know how much time I see food, I get recipe off of YouTube and cook it, especially American recipe, not or Jamaican thing. And I cook it and it comes out really good because I follow everything on YouTube. So everybody was saying, no, 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 she's a very good cook. She's this, she's. I'm not going to, and this is my opinion, I'm not going to say she's not a very good cook.
Yeah.
But YouTube allows people to be the best cook, to be the best of a lot of things.
Yes, Tina,
Because
she did a
there's
good job.
always somebody on YouTube showing you how to sew, how to make something out of something else, and all that. So we can do a lot of stuff. And as I said in the skit this morning, effort, I give Lauren A for effort because she took the initiative. She went on
Yeah,
YouTube.
she did. And
She
Honeypot
cooked
dropped the ball.
a meal from scratch. And
Yeah, she did.
based on when you look at the plates, they
Mm-hmm.
were good. The meal was
They
good.
were good. I look
Yeah.
at it. I take a look at it for sure.
So
She
yeah.
did an awesome job. And let me see what other comments say. Ultimately, Gaslight, she always had to have respond to make Larry feel bad, and she feels better. All right, thank you, Simply. And Tina says, Juanita, yes, Anthony treats Amber as a business deal and not an a position, an a possession. What you have to say to that, Charmaine?
Juanita said Anthony treats Amber as a business deal and a possession. Okay, so Anthony treat everything as a business because he does not know how else to do it. everything. Remember what he told Angelina about his mom? He said his mom used to be that mother who, even though he might do something, the mom used to say he didn't. The mom would take up for him 6 times out of 10. And Angelina said, knowing you, I would say 9 times out of 10. And he said yes. Because if he was pampered, he was cuddled, and that's all he knows. And then he went into business. And apart from
Okay, so I get what I say. So right now, so I guess when she says I know I'm a parent, because they love to say she's not a parent. Okay, Charmian, you explain this because I'm very confused right now.
okay, so
Because
he
one
say
minute she's a parent and the next minute she's not a parent.
okay, so she's saying that Brooke is going to see what Larry is doing to her.
Mm-hmm.
And Larry is saying to her that Brooke is more like you than
Yes,
is your own mother. Because
yes.
Brooke came to them when she was at a certain age, and up until that age 18, she was the one who was growing Brooke. And she said, you're always talking about your stepmother or whatever. So, but now, and she said, so now you want me to be a stepmother? And he said, yeah, you are a stepmother, but sometimes you don't act like it.
Okay. All right, well said there. So EP says Bethany only gets like this when Larry shows he's fed up. Okay, so she gaslight him because she see that him fed up and she don't want him to go. Okay, then, well, if I was Bethany, and the reason why I feel sorry for Bethany, guys, when she speaking of her hurt, I see the pain in her, and that pulls me in, and I forget all about the bad that she does. I'm just listening and reacting to her pain. Okay, let's see what everybody else saying. Nancy, Larry was checked out of this marriage, definitely. He seems like he has sometime in checked out, sometime in check back in when it suits him. That's my opinion. Nancy says, Bethany called Brooke a 3 or 4. Yeah, we know all of that. We know all of that. Yes, 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 we know that. But right now she's having a talk to talk with Bethany is racist, yeah, we know. But she's actually having a conversation with him, and she's in her feelings, like how we ladies will get in our feeling, and she's expressing how she's feeling. So she should give Larry a chance to express how he's feeling. And if the two of them can't come to a conclusion, it's time for therapy. And if therapy doesn't work, then they just go for the divorce. That's what I see. Bethany always looking like that, Sharon, crying and sweating. She's getting excited. Okay, thank you. Thank you, dear. Simply. Thank you guys for educating me on Bethany. Anna Jones said, Bethany is playing everyone against Larry. Oh boy. I have no sympathy for Bethany. Tyrene says, okay, thank you, darling. Welcome in. Sharon, what pain are you feeling for Bethany? She tears down her husband and the shot she gets. She called his old family race name his names, and she is no victim. Gigi, I just explained why Befitzer. Don't when you watch it. When you watched it, it looks like Methuselah. Has to be Methuselah. She's there crying, you know what I mean? And she's telling him how she's feeling. You know what I mean? So she pulls in the audience. It's not me alone she pull in. But you guys watch her a lot. So you guys know of all her. Yes, I know she's racist. But right now, she's reaching out to him. She's crying out for help, right? But you guys says no, Sharon, it not go like that. She's just wanting to feel bad because she find out that he is pulling away from her. So I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, she should be able to can voice how she's feeling. And I guess nowadays everybody just cuss. So that's what you call gaslighting. I don't know. Jesus says Sharon, that's a manipulation employee of Bethany. She's a wolf in sheep clothing. Okay, thank you, Gigi. Charmaine, so you agree with everybody then?
Yes, because you listen. I watch Bethany. Bethany is one of the skits that I will watch,
Mm-hmm.
apart from the Anthony and the Wayne and the Shayla and whatever. And Bethany is always staring down Larry. He's not a good
Yeah.
husband. Every time she'll say all sort of crazy things to him. But now that Larry is telling, because in another skit, Larry said, "Yeah, I can find somebody better than you. I can find
Yeah,
another."
I'm gonna play that last one. That one got that one got it there.
Why?
Oh my
She
goodness.
asked. She was
Yes,
the one who asked the question.
and she push it. She should have
Don't
make him wake up have some tea first.
don't ask a question if you don't
You
want to hear
don't
the
want the
answer.
answer. So
Okay.
true. So true, Charmaine. So you guys let me hear what Larry have to say next, and then we'll move on to the other one. When I'm trying to place it on the screen, it's taking forever. Okay, let me remove that. Let's go back and hear what Larry have to say.
Confusing. It's like this. You come at me every way you know how.
Okay,
And as soon as
Larry.
I come at you, oh, now you want to tear up.
No, I cry so much when I'm not around you, Larry. That's the thing. You only see the little bit that happens.
The little bit.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of it. All of it. I've seen Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Orleans. When you went down there, you distracted my aunt in New Orleans. You go to Montana, you spent.
Did you see how she treated me?
No. You walk in her house. You don't walk in people's house. Looking around because they told you they remount the house for the flood.
And did you hear her make the comments about me being white and how you married the wrong color?
Definitely.
What did you have about that? Nothing. You didn't say anything to
My
me?
family has nothing against white people. They have something against you.
Which
The
is
way
a
you
white
treat me.
person.
It doesn't make you white. It's because you're white. It's because of your attitude. Now,
Exactly. Well said, dear Larry. Well said. Yes, Larry is absolutely. So you see, one thing with me, I don't bring up the past. I just bring up the present. So now me get it and me understand now since me see Larry's side of the story, and you guys are saying the same thing too, right? So
Yeah.
he has to show her, says, well, Bethany, this is what you've been doing. You went to the auntie place. You remember when she went to New Orleans and she was telling them, she
Oh,
was being very
yeah. She was being
disrespectful.
bougie. She was being bougie because she thinks she's better than everybody else. So yeah, that's
I
Bethany
get it
too.
now, guys. I got it. So he just like how you guys saying she did all of these things, because to me, I thought that she's just speaking in the moment of what was happening. You know what I mean? And then he does the same thing like what you guys says. You guys bring back the past. He has to show her says to let she understand the correlation of what she been doing all this time.
Mm-hmm.
So Margaret says Larry has told. Oh, that disappeared. Shoot. Let me see if we can find Margaret. Gigi, I agree. Larry has checked out. Larry feels happy when he's not with Bethany. Bethany has filled Larry up with her toxic words, and I guess he's just fed up now, like Amber, I guess.
So Sharon. So there is Terry and Libby. Marriage is non-existent. Larry and Bethany non-existent. Anthony and Amber non-existent, and they're heading for Ben and Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying, marriage, they don't value marriages in the skits?
Who's saying
Because
that?
I'm saying because
Okay.
everybody's marriage is on a rock. There was Chase and what's his name? Chase and Candice. That's the only marriage that is kind of intact. And if you look at Ernestine and Jay, they got divorced.
Yeah.
And they got divorced on the skit.
Mm.
There is only one wedding that took place on the skit, and that was Amber's. I mean, Rolanda did not go through. It did not actually happen, but and right now we have two vows renewal where Amber wedding is concerned, and now we're having a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
So we have say they were married 3 times because 2 vow renewals plus the official wedding, that's 3.
Mm-hmm.
And divorce was the first one. The second one, when she asked him for a divorce, when she found out about the money. So this is Amber third asking. So
receipts on everything you
three
ever said.
renewal, 3 asking for a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where they're going from here because a lot of people is saying if the Daltons are not in these skits, they're not going to be watching. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And I thought they were saying that if they're in this, they're not gonna. I think we have somebody in our chat family says if Anthony and Amber get back together, they're not watching.
A lot of more people saying that if Denisha and Anthony are together, they're not watching. They have a lot more people saying that than the Anthony and the Amber getting back together.
Okay.
But
All
people
right.
always say things and they never follow through with it. Us people, we'll say this and tomorrow we said, you know what? It's for
You
entertainment
have nothing else
purpose,
to
so
do,
I'll
so we
just
watch it.
yes.
Exactly. But
Sharon,
let's
I'm
see.
jumping off in
But
eight
some
minutes.
people are really serious. They don't. When they say they're not doing something, they really don't.
Yeah, some
All right.
people are. I never used to watch I remember back in the day when Shayla and Anthony, I never ever watched Shayla and Anthony skit when they were in bed. That 11:30 that they used to come every single night. They used to end with a Shayla and Anthony skit.
Well said. Larry's well said.
And maybe that's what Amber Soup should be doing as well. Maybe that's what Amber needs to do
Mm,
as well, to just cut all of them off. Yeah, maybe that's what Amber needs to do. Just cut them off
mm-hmm.
and forget about them.
I guess that marriage is over now because she forced Larry to tell her the truth. So what do you think Bethany next move is gonna be, guys?
Uh, well, she might change her tune and become a better person, because I don't think it has anything to do with a wife at this stage. I think it's just an all around person.
Yeah. Her entire being, her behavior. Can we get another like? Somebody hit the like button, please. Get we up to 50. One more person need to hit the like button. Yes. So that was let me see how you guys pull in a minute here. And let me just come down here. Let me welcome in One Journey there. So One Journey says I chat likes to talk about, let's talk about it. Simply says absolutely agree. Brooke is becoming a menace. And she behaved just like Bethany. I agree with Larry. And Anna Joe say, yes, Larry is right. Yeah, he is definitely right. And do you think the marriage have anything to say or this is over? It looks like Larry is actually happy with Margaret says Larry wants Shara. Shara wants his money. So Shara doesn't want, so do you guys think Shara doesn't care about Larry, only his money she wants?
No, I don't know. I don't think Shara wants to be with Larry. She has not displayed that she wants to be with Larry. So I don't.
So Margaret is correct. She only wants Larry's money. My goodness. So Larry, well said there, Margaret. And absolutely, Bethany has been disrespecting, being racist, entitled, talking down on people, and Brooke learned it all from her stepmother. And you're absolutely right there, Gigi. I see that with her. Larry and Bethany needs a divorce bad. And thank you, One Journey Saints. I chat, like, let's talk about it. Thank you very much, One Journey. Thank you for being here. How you doing? And then Gigi says, Sharon, basking weapon, the word set parent and her goes behind her husband back. She overstepped because I am a step. I'm a parent. I have a right to do these things behind her husband back. Okay, I got you very much, Gigi. Thank you for that lesson. Tina, I believe that Larry still has feelings for his ex-wife. But I don't see any feeling there, Gigi, for Shara. I don't think Shara have feelings for him. I think Margaret is onto something. Margaret said Larry is a horrible husband. And Charmaine, answer that, please.
Sharon, that manipulation employee of Bethany, she's wolf in sheep clothing. You remember what she did with those two girls? She changed the video.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
when
Yeah,
Bethany has been
Sarah and
doing
her
all of
friend,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, Bethany has been plus.
doing that for years. Yeah,
Yep.
she's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gigi said, "Thank you, Sharon, for showing the Bethany and Larry skit." And she gave me a rose. But guys, you're welcome. This is your guys' channel, and as I said, Whatever you guys want to watch, whatever you guys want me to speak on, we will speak on it. You just have to put it in the chat. As that's why I put my phone onto YouTube too, so that way I can get to see what is being said in there. We may not catch everything, but me and Charmaine try our best to monitor it. But
Yep.
majority is the what you call it there, the moderators keep the chat going and they look out for stuff, because when me and Charmaine speaking, we don't really get to see what's happening. But Charmaine is versed in this, so Charmaine have her iPad and her whatever she have on her computer, so she can see everything. I just have this little phone here.
Okay. I have to jump off now, my girl.
All right, thank you, Charmaine. What is your last word?
Well, as I always said, and it's going to be a permanent last word, just decompress. After you have a full day of Kountry Wayne, you just need to take a step back, decompress however you see fit. A glass of wine, a glass of sparkling wine, listen to some music, read a book, watch a romantic flick, or you just spend some time with your family.
Yes, definitely.
Call a friend, catch up with a friend, do something that is not Kountry Wayne related. Don't call a friend and start talking about the Kountry Wayne thing if the friend is also watching the Kountry Wayne thing.
Yeah.
So don't call that friend so that you end up talking about it again. Call somebody who has nothing to do with the Kountry Wayne thing, and you talk about other stuff. Talk about going on vacation, talk about school days, talk about something else. But we need to be able to decompress after a full day of this and relax, even for an hour.
Definitely.
Doesn't have to be for 2-3 hours. Can be just
we
for
can
an hour.
self-care too.
Free your mind. Bob Marley have a song that says, free your mind from mental slavery.
Yes.
So that's what we need to do. Free our mind from Kountry Wayne mental slavery. And that's what we need to do. Just decompress and do all that.
Definitely right, Charmaine.
So thank you guys again. And we'll do it again tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Charmaine, for being here with us.
All right. No
thank
problem.
you, chat family, for being here with us. And thank you guys for hitting the like button. You know what I mean? It means a lot to us. And this is your guys' channel also. So have a fabulous night, everyone. And we will do this again tomorrow. Free our mind from mental slavery. So I'll see you later. If anything nice drop, maybe I'll jump on later. Bye for now. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you.